This is my Summer TBR featuring my notes app, and I probably won't finish every single book on here because I kind of have a lot, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to. Originally, when I was filming this, I sat outside for the vibes because I was like, I want to make this aesthetic. I want to go sit outside until a bug crawled on my arm and I realized why I don't go outside. But anyway, the first book on here is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. It's about two best friends, Persephone and Sam, who used to spend every summer together until one year something happens, and then it fast forwards to, I think, years later when Sam's brother calls Persephone because their mother died, and I don't know where it goes from there, but that's why I want to read it so I can find out. The second book I want to read is Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. It's a short story collection, and I don't really lean towards short story collections much because I like having like a solid story with like characters, and it has to be long so the characters develop, because I'm a very character driven reader, so short stories don't really like cover what I need. But everyone has been talking about this, so I really want to try it out. Next, I have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I actually started reading this last summer, and then I stopped. I don't know why I stopped because it's literally only 200 pages, and I liked it, but I want to finish it, so that's why it's on here. The next two books are a duology, The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. This is basically Scheherazade and the 1001 Nights retelling. And I really love Middle Eastern mythology, so hopefully I'll like this. Then I have a poetry collection called Let Us Believe in the Beginning of the Cold Season by Farrokhzad. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I've been seeing like Persian poetry randomly on like Pinterest and Twitter, and I've never actually like had a book or read a book of Persian poetry, and so I really wanted to, and a Clockwork Reader read this and liked it, and I believe everything she says, so. The next I have Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I genuinely have no idea what this book is about, but I still want to read it. The next book is The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I need to have at least like one wholesome book in this list, and so this is my token wholesome book, plus I've been meaning to read it for like a long time. It's essentially about this man who is assigned to go to this orphanage where these supposedly dangerous kids live, and it's kind of about him getting to know the kids and the man who takes care of the kids, like their caretaker, and everyone said it's found family, and that's my favorite trope, so. Next is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I keep seeing quotes and passages from this book and the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath, and I love her writing. Then there's Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I also started this book a while ago and on audiobook, but I couldn't get into it, but it's summer and this book is giving me summer vibes, so hopefully I'll pick it up again. It's about this family, the Rivas, and their 4 kids, and it all takes place over one night when their manor burns down during this like famous summer party that they host every single year. It's also set in the same universe as Daisy Jones and the Six and the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like, the Rivas are Mick Riva's kids, and Mick Riva was one of Evelyn Hugo's husbands, and he also made an appearance in Daisy Jones and the Six when he showed up at one of Daisy's parties. Okay, this is editing Brahmini, and when I was editing this, I realized that I forgot to add one book. I forgot Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, which is essentially about this girl whose name I forget, but she wants to solve this mystery, so her and her best friend go out to solve this murder or something, and everyone said it was really good mental health representation, and I like John Green's writing. I haven't read much of it. I only ever read The Fault in Our Stars, so that's all I have based on, but everyone said it's a really good book and it has really good mental health representation because I think the main character is ADHD or something, so that's it. I think I missed a few more, but we're gonna ignore those. Then I have The Alice 6 by L.B. Blake. I actually finished 70% of this book before DNFing it because I didn't like it, but again, a Clockwork Reader read it and she really liked it, so I feel like if I read it again, I might like it also because it has like everything I like. It has dark academia, morally great characters, and like it's urban fantasy, I believe. So it's supposed to be based on Alexandrian society and set in the world with the notion of what if the Great Library of Alexandria didn't burn down, which is cool, except when I read it, I didn't like any of the characters, and I know that was purposeful because they're supposed to be unlikable, but I didn't even like appreciate them like I did the Darkling. Like, the Darkling was meant to be an unlikable character, and I didn't like him, but I appreciated his character because of the way he was written, and I didn't even appreciate them. The next books are actually rereads, which is The Inheritance Games and The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I want to reread these before The Final Gambit, the third book in the trilogy, comes out in August, I believe. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was looking through my list again and I realized I also forgot On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. Ocean Vuong. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But this one is about a gay Vietnamese American boy and his experiences growing up in America with an immigrant mother, and the whole book is formatted as letters written to his illiterate mother, which in itself is just so poetic. But I started it and I never actually finished it because it's not like a book that you can actually binge. It's like kind of like his experiences. It reads like a memoir. So I've been taking my time with it. The last 4 books are the Raven Cycle series by Maggie Stiefvater, which is The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Raven King. This is also a reread. I've been meaning to reread it for a while, and it's also a very summery series. Like, I know it's not meant to be summery, it's actually set during the school year, but it's just like, it gives me summer vibes, and every time I read it, I feel like I should be on vacation. So this girl named Avery Grams inherits like a lot of money from this billionaire or millionaire, I can't remember which one, which is why I need to reread it. But anyway, she inherits all this money, and she has no idea who this guy is. She has no relation to him. She's never met him. She's never heard of him before. She got all the money, and so she ends up living in his house, where she meets his 4 grandsons, and the oldest one genuinely doesn't care that she's there. The second one thinks she's a scammer. The third one thinks she's his grandpa's last puzzle, because the grandpa loved puzzles, I guess. And then the youngest one honestly just wants to be friends with her. It's just about a group of teenagers looking for a dead Welsh king. That's it. But the found family in this is absolute perfection. It's so good. It's honestly the best found family I've ever read, aside from Six of Crows. And honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like it could even surpass Six of Crows. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't gonna make this video because I wasn't feeling up to it, but then I realized I made a really aesthetic thumbnail for this, and I didn't want it to go to waste because I worked really hard and I was really proud of it, so I'm only making this video for the thumbnail. But anyway, that's it for my summer TBR. I have a lot of books on here. I'm not going to read all of them. I know I'm not going to, because like halfway through the summer I'm going to go through a reading slump after reading like 5 books, and then I'm not going to read anything. I just know it. This always happens. But that was my TBR. Hope you had fun watching it.